Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we've got some interesting news, actually pretty close to home. We're taking a look at a pretty significant announcement from JLLB Media.
Right.
And our mission here really is to figure out how they're changing, how they're evolving to, better support entrepreneurs and businesses.
Exactly. It seems like more than just a minor update. It feels like a real shift in how they want to engage with the business community.
Okay, so let's get straight to it. The headline news is a rebrand.
Yeah.
JLLB Media is now JLLB Media Creative Strategy and Business Growth. That addition, it feels pretty significant, doesn't it?
It really does. Adding creative strategy and business growth definitely points towards something broader than just, say, traditional marketing.
Right. Like moving beyond just communications.
Yeah, exactly. It hints at a more holistic view of helping businesses actually succeed and grow.
And they have this mission statement that seems to back that up. It says, we support entrepreneurs and business owners from concept to launch and growth through creative strategy, marketing, and business consulting designed for sustainable, long-term success. So that core mission is still there, but the scope feels wider.
That's the key part, I think. That concept to launch and growth. It's that whole life cycle, not just getting the word out, but, the whole journey.
Okay, now this What's New section is where it gets really concrete. They're adding a bunch of new services.
Yeah, quite a list.
We're talking business strategy and planning, like figuring out the actual roadmap.
And lean business model development too, right? Getting things efficient from the start.
Yes. And even like the really foundational stuff, LLC formation support, setting up bookkeeping, that seems like a big step into, business consulting territory.
It absolutely is. And it's smart, I think. They're hitting those early stage pain points, the legal setup, the finances, things that can really trip up a new venture if they're not handled right.
So trying to be more of a one-stop shop almost.
Kind of, yeah. Or at least a more integrated partner right from day one.
And it doesn't stop there. Cybersecurity, best practices, and recovery planning, which is, let's face it, essential now.
Oh, absolutely crucial.
Plus their existing marketing and communications and workshops and entrepreneurial training. It just feels really rounded now.
It does. It feels like they're aiming to consolidate that support. So instead of an entrepreneur juggling, 5 different consultants,
right,
they might find more of what they need under one roof.
𝐿, who's the founder and president, had a quote about this. He said, I'm incredibly excited to share that JLLB Media is growing. With this growth, we renew our promise and walk alongside entrepreneurs at every stage. And he finished with, through creative strategy and business consulting, we're building the future together. It sounds very partnership focused.
It really does. And they touched on the why now as well. It seems like a renewed push to support the local business community.
Fostering economic development, that kind of thing.
Exactly. The idea being, strong businesses make strong communities. So equipping leaders is key.
And they made a point of saying, even with all this expansion, their core values remain the same.
Yeah, inclusion, innovation, empowerment, integrity. They want to amplify voices and ideas just with more tools now, it seems.
So it's like an evolution, not a replacement.
That's a good way to put it. Same values, but an elevated vision.
Okay, so for everyone listening, the main takeaway here is JLLB Media is growing its services significantly. They're aiming to offer much more comprehensive support, right from the idea stage all the way through scaling up.
It definitely positions them as a potentially more central resource for entrepreneurs, particularly here in Minnesota.
Right. So if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner in Minnesota, or maybe you know someone who is, or you're just involved in the ecosystem, this could be really relevant.
It could open up new avenues for support.
Yeah, and they're actually inviting people to explore partnerships, ways to work together to bring more education and resources into Minnesota's entrepreneurial communities.
Ah, okay. A direct call to action then.
Exactly. They say you can reach out to 𝐿 directly at Juan at JLLBmedia.com. That's JUAN at JLLBmedia.com. Or, just visit their website, JLLBmedia.com, to learn more.
Good to know. It really prompts a thought, doesn't it? What new possibilities could actually emerge from Minnesota's whole entrepreneurial scene when you have this kind of more integrated support becoming available? What collaborations might spark from this?
That is definitely something to think about. What happens next?